Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday, February the 16th. Today is National Almond Day, which I like almonds. You like almonds?
I do.
Do you like them whole or do you like them sliced?
I like them anyway.
Any way you cut it, Heidi likes almonds. Also, National Do a Grouch a Favor Day. So what do you want me to do for you?
Wow.
She's not really a grouch. I'm just being silly. It's Fat Tuesday, or what I like to refer to as just Tuesday, because every Tuesday is Fat Tuesday for me.
Wow.
It's also Fastnacht Day, Fastnacht Day, and Poxy Day, Paszki Day. I'm going to have to Google some stuff. And it's a Tuesday. That means we have Tuesday. We usually say it together.
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Let's pretend like we're professionals, right? It's
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Yeah, that's coming up. Thanks for listening. I appreciate listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. I've got two, but I don't know if I'll get to both of them, so we'll dive into the first one first. It's just a really long one. A study from McGill University found that women make weak signals during online dating. That requires men to make the first move when they're trying to court somebody. Researchers believe this shows that traditional dating habits and social norms still persist. The study looked at 50,000 online dating accounts. They found that women don't like to share personal messages with their potential partner, will instead rely on weak signals to indicate that they're, kind of interested, like a swipe or a friend request acceptance. The offline flirting equivalents would be, say, like a suggestive look or a preening bodily gesture. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Bodily gesture. Oh, such as a hair toss to one side or the
okay.
other over the shoulder. So there you go. And like I said, that took too long. We're not going to get to the next one, but that is a survey. And actually, it was a study from surveys and studies and such. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. A very intoxicated traveler downed 3 quarts of a bottle of vodka before getting on an airplane. It was a Ryanair flight.
Yikes.
Then he headbutted a flight attendant, and then he was...
Oh my gosh.
Because he was told to wear a mask, and he didn't want to. Daniel Hendry, age 24, was booted from the flight. He was going to be heading to Manchester, UK. And anyway, I can't read his entire quote. I won't say the first word, but it starts with an F, and then the second word is off. I'm going to punch you. I'm going to smash your head in, he said.
That's not nice.
That's what he said to a male flight attendant. Then he tried to hug a female crew member. He's like, hey, it's okay. Let's hug it out. Anyway, captain was not able to divert because airports had been closed due to the COVID pandemic. So he decided to accelerate the plane and land in Manchester 25 minutes early. A fellow passenger captured the initial altercation and captured his arrest when they landed as well. So I've got a link to all of that. Not such a great story. That is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Octavia Spencer has just signed on for the film Spirited, which will co-star a guy by the name of Ryan Reynolds.
I love him.
Will Ferrell. Spirited is a musical inspired by A Christmas Carol. So Heidi has to choose. I love Ryan Reynolds, but I don't like musicals. Will I watch it?
I do not like musicals, and the answer is no, I will
yes,
not.
She will, indeed.
I will not.
Academy Award winner Spencer will play a co-worker of Mr. Reynolds, Scrooge surrogate, with Farrell set to portray the ghost of Christmas Present. So all of that coming probably sometime around Christmas, I'm guessing. Let the record show that Natalie Portman is not pregnant. There's been people online talking about this.
Yeah, you mentioned
She denied the pregnancy rumors and also said, you guys that are sharing all this, you can do better. You can do better than this. I am totally not pregnant. But apparently it is still okay in 2021 for anyone to speculate and comment on a woman's body and shape whenever they want. So that's too bad. Because I'll tell you, for those of you who've never seen me in person, I am a portly man myself. And I've never had anybody assume that I'm pregnant. But it would be hurtful if I were female and I were my shape and somebody came up and said, hey, are you pregnant? I'd be like, no, I'm just me. So don't do that. It's a bad idea. And don't do that even if it's a celebrity and you're going, oh, hey, she's in the public eye. We can do it. No, you can't. Don't do it. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of RedCrossBlood.org. It's a sign that 2021 will be better than 2020. There's been many signs, but this is maybe Heidi's favorite. Peeps will be back for Easter.
Love Peeps. I was worried because they said there was a possibility they weren't going to be here this year.
They took them away Halloween and Christmas last year. But the shapes that are in those shapes, the Christmas theme and the Halloween theme, they didn't make them because of the pandemic. So they were able to crank up the old peep machine in time to spit out some Easter peeps. And they're going to be making those as quickly as they can to have your favorite holiday peeps back on your favorite holiday shelves in your favorite holiday stores or wherever you find them. They're going to have Peeps Party Cake as well and hot tamales, whatever that is. I have no clue.
Hot tamales?
Apparently. I have no idea what any of that is.
Those I might try.
Yeah. Well, you like Peeps. You'll try anything. So here's the thing. She likes Peeps.
Only if they're crunchy.
But she likes to rip the bag open and leave them sit on the counter for like
a couple of weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I just have to
then they're perfect. You got to test them every day. You got to kind of poke them with your finger until you know they're right.
Peeps in my kitchen. And I even said, can we put them somewhere else? She's like, no, let's leave them alone. I'm like, can I put them on top of the fridge? She says, no, that's disgusting.
They got to be crunchy.
How is it disgusting to put them up there? Anyway, I don't ask questions. I just work around the Peeps for 4 weeks and then everything's good. Oh, hey, here's an interesting question. In this COVID age, if I hold my breath when I walk past people, would that help me from getting COVID? This has been posted online. Here's what science says.
Yeah.
Experts agree that the chances of contracting COVID when you pass a stranger is very low to begin with, but holding your breath might be extra insurance, according to Dr. Julian Tang, a clinical virologist. They recommend not just holding your breath, but once you've passed a person, blowing the air out because it physically, like in a robust way, would help push that away, almost like an aerosol. It says the virus spreads principally through aerosols, so avoiding inhalation around other people may help protect you. I don't know if any of that makes sense to anybody else, but I have no clue what I even just read. It was a lot of smart stuff, so I have a link to it in the show notes. Let's move back over to something else, like this. Twitter user Alexander James shared this bit of marital advice. And since Heidi and I recently celebrated 21 years of wedded bliss,
we did.
I'm going to see what Heidi thinks of this. But this advice has gone viral. He says, and I quote, "Some years back, my wife and I got into this habit of asking each other, do you want comfort or solutions when the other was having a bad time? That one sentence can save us from arguments 9 out of 10 times." So in the future, if you were struggling with something, would you want me to come to you and say, do you want comfort or do you want a solution? So do you want me to help solve this problem? Or do you want me to just
usually comfort.
Do you want me to just give you a hug and say it's going to be okay?
Usually comfort.
But I'm asking, should I ask you that question or just give you comfort?
Just give me comfort.
Southern comfort?
Sometimes.
Just kidding.
Depending on the situation. Know your surroundings, John.
It's a whole different bit of advice. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie, he'll give us some guff. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him, he makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his staff. Get ready to learn some things. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
Well, I'm here. It's Tuesday.
Well, here is a good start.
I'm supposed to be on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, we do this every week.
Did you forget?
You have good days and bad.
It's a bad day.
Well, what kind of cool stuff we can learn about today, Charlie?
Well, let's see. Let's start with this in here. By the time an average child leaves elementary school, they have seen 200,000 violent acts and 40,000 murders on television.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Okay, until the 1800s, Turkish women suspected of cheating were tied in a sack with cats and thrown into the ocean.
No kidding.
Holy
So they put him in a bag with a bunch of cats and tossed him into the ocean?
What's that poor cat ever do to anybody?
I don't know.
It would take 1,200,000 mosquitoes, each sucking once, to completely drain the average human of blood.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That doesn't happen often, does it?
I get one and I go nuts.
Yeah, I don't like mosquitoes at all.
Okay, I'm going to try to pronounce this word, okay?
Okay.
Alcapatoniera.
I'll bet you got it right.
I'm closer you are.
What does that mean?
It's a rare condition in which a person's urine turns a dark brownish color when exposed to air.
Oh, wow.
I've seen mine in some different colors, but never that color.
Gross. That is way too much information.
All right.
Look at that. Oh, that's not brown, so I don't have that alcohol or whatever it is.
Gesundheit.
And then, speaking of stuff, when you urinate, a small amount of the urine enters your mouth through the salivary gland.
Really?
That's okay, because fresh urine is cleaner than saliva.
It is?
You're going to have to try to convince me of that.
Yeah. I don't think I'd believe that either.
No, well, I don't know. I suppose it was purified. It went through your whole body.
Yeah. No thanks. I'll pass.
Hey, then I got one last thing. This is kind of a short one today.
That's okay. What do you got?
Well, this is one of them just in case you care then, right?
Okay.
Dead people can get goosebumps.
What?
I'm not even kidding you. I have on my page here of questions that I was going to ask you, number 90 says dead people can get goosebumps. How funny is that?
That is crazy.
So I almost asked you the same question that you had for the final
how
thing.
far after death can they still get goosebumps?
Till they're done with getting goosebumps, I
That
guess.
is weird.
That's a pretty good answer, wouldn't you say, Charlie?
Strange minds think the same. We both had the same thing for the same day.
Well, then I got to switch over here. We'll try this instead. What is the fattest organ in the human body? The fattest, like the made of most fat.
The liver.
No.
No. Kidney.
No. It is the brain. Our brain is our fattest organ, comprised of nearly 60% fat.
Well, no wonder I don't know anything.
Yeah. Lost too much weight and half your brain went away. I think I got a pretty fat brain. There are times I feel like I got a pretty fat brain. But then I got to, fat everything else too. So
it all goes together.
Say anything, but yeah, you got a fat head too.
I do actually. You got a friend that's got a head almost as big as me. Paul Howie, his head is a big head too, isn't it?
Well, I think he's bigger than you are.
He might be. Well, Charlie, it's always fun to chat with you. Thank you for taking time to visit.
We'll do her next Tuesday, because then I'll know it's Tuesday when you call.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you next week, Charlie.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Someone robs a convenience store every 20 minutes in the USA. That's the average. When they figure out how many per year, that's somebody every 20 minutes. So it's not really every 20 minutes like, oh, where'll the next one be? It's just that's how many times it happens. So don't do that. Do you know anybody who's ever robbed a convenience store?
No.
I know somebody who robbed a flower store. So he got to go to prison for that, and he's out now, and he's got his life on track. But we were talking. He goes, "Yeah, I robbed a flower store." I said, "I've never heard anyone doing it." He goes, "Yeah, I thought maybe it would be like nobody thought of this. This is a great idea." I said, "Was it?" He goes, "No, it was a terrible idea." So robbing any store, by the way, is a terrible idea. But this is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline, England. A 6-foot wide home. Yeah, you heard me right. 6-foot wide home is billed as the skinniest house in London. It's being listed for sale with an asking price of how much, Heidi? For 6-foot wide. $1.3 million.
Located?
Huh?
Where was it located?
It's in London. $1.3 million. I already gave you the answer.
Okay.
They say the 1,030 square foot, 1034, so 1,034 square foot home boasts 5 stories, is comparable to living quarters like a yacht. The narrow home originally was a hat shop and converted into a home by a fashion photographer. It's not like living on a yacht. It's like living in a closet that's 5 stories high, 6 feet. So if I hold my hands out from one side to the other, I would literally touch both walls.
No, thank you.
I couldn't do that. And I watched like the little video online, and they were doing the tour, and there's steps. You walk up, and then there's other steps. So, like the majority of this house is steps.
Yeah, no thanks.
That's just bizarre. But it is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A man in Turkey has a friendship with a swan, and he's had one for 37 years. A retired postman in Turkey. He said a female swan, 37 years ago is when they met. Group of friends taking a shortcut with their car, and they noticed this swan had a broken wing in an empty field. That's when he took the swan in to protect her from predators and kept her in his car till that afternoon. He was able to take the swan to his home. Since then, he has lived with this swan on his farm. Whenever she was out of her pen, he says the swan would accompany him, when he was doing his chores or even out for like an evening walk. He said he named the swan Garip, G-A-R-I-P, which translates to bizarre because he uses it to describe anybody that's down on their luck. But he says most of the time out of her pen, and he said she's never tried to run away. A widower, no children, the 63-year-old man has been loyal to this swan, and they've been side by side now for 37 years. I didn't realize a swan would live that long.
I didn't either.
So apparently they do. That is today's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by RedCrossBlood.org. A Florida man threw a large rock through the window of a Wendy's. You know why?
Why?
He found out they no longer sell one of his favorite treats.
Which is?
That'll get him. 21-year-old Dustin Tyrell pled no contest to throwing a missile into an occupied building. Maximum statutory sentence of 20 years in prison. Statutory maximum, whatever that means.
Yikes.
He was sentenced to 4, by the way. But he's also told, stay away from Wendy's. Have no contact with owners or their families or anybody. Also gets to pay $4,300. By the way, you were wondering what he was looking for? He went in looking for, hey, I want to get some Cinnabons. Like, yeah, we don't sell them anymore.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, we don't sell those no more. He's like, what do you mean you don't sell them no more? And he picked up a rock and he chucked it through their window because somehow that was going to magically make the Cinnabons show up again. It didn't. Instead, gets to go to prison, gets to pay a fine. And that is why this is today's Moment of Duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. I'm going to read the name of a real business located somewhere in the world. Heidi is going to guess, is this a golf course or is this a rehab center? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Inverness by the Sea, Galveston, Texas. Inverness. Inverness by the Sea, Galveston, Texas. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
Golf course.
And the answer is...
Woohoo! I got one right.
Golf clap for Heidi, everybody. Good job, baby. I'm going to come over there and give you a hug and a kiss. But first, we've got other stuff to get to. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of The John and Heidi Show is brought to you by The John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying The John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. And I love this headline. Anonymous donor gives $2 million to pay Colorado Symphony salaries through 2021, the summer of 2021. So the Symphony was able to pay their employees salaries, health insurance, all of that through the summer thanks to a donation. Anonymous donor gave $2 million. That's a lot of dough, man. They're hoping the Symphony will be able to continue to have the resources to pay the musicians and the staff and everybody when things get back to normal, but things have not been normal. Since the start of fiscal year 2021, which actually started July 1st, 2020, the Colorado Symphony had to raise over $4.1 million just to keep things going. Well, they were falling short, so they got a nice little donation, $2 million. That really is kind of a cool thing. Now, this isn't necessarily for everybody because not everybody cares about symphony, but there's something out there that everybody cares about. And there are people stepping up right now, helping out all these amazing organizations. So even if this is one where you're like, whatever, who cares? I mean, because I know I saw it online. There are people saying, what a waste of money. Okay, to you. But think about the thing that you would miss if it was gone. It's really cool that somebody who had the means stepped up and helped out when they could, where they could, because they could. And I think that should be applauded. It's really, really cool. I have a link to the story if you'd like to read it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.